What's up, guys? Tony with Geekly Games, and today we finally got that PDF file, courtesy of Zenetsu. I hope I didn't butcher his name. But we have the top 64 North American national event that happened in Las Vegas. We have everything we need to see here. Top 16 decks up here. With all these decks we're going to be covering here. You're probably not going to see it, but I got the tabs for these. For all the deck profiles we're going to cover here for top 16. We're obviously not going to cover every single Anubis deck here because there are 25 of them. 8 of them Mirage players, 7 red hybrids, which is really cool to see hybrid decks coming up. Not a lot of decks actually able to deal with Tamers, so we're going to start seeing a rise of Tamer decks. So tech those loose Chaos Loogamons or Black War Greys, so to deal with these guys, because deck's pretty fast. Moving on, we got purple Garurumon, which is basically entirely purple. Obviously, we have blue Garurumon here as well. We got 3 and 3. 3 Setcon players, one of them making second place. We got Beelzemon players. We don't know what Mugen is. You can all this entire thing will be in the description, so you can go ahead and scour every single one of these little files right here if y'all want to go and see. After Mugen, we got 2 Belph decks, which is basically a hybrid with Garurumon decks with them for the the drawing and trashing. Green Leo, we got 1 Luga player, 1 yellow vaccine, 1 yellow hybrid, 1 Diva deck, a Hunter, a Blue Flare, and the Bargra. There was a lot of hype I was hearing. I had a couple friends over there saying that the Bargra deck was beating Anubis, but as you can see, it's somewhere down here somewhere. There's the Mugen. Yeah, I actually lost. It's actually really hard for me to see. But Barker's around here somewhere. Didn't make 16, but it is in this list here. So shout out to that guy playing Barker Army. It is a deck that is controversially good or bad, but it made the top 64, so that's all that matters. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the top 16. I got them all. Obviously, you can't see the tabs. We're not gonna go over every single Anubis list. We're gonna go ahead with the first one. Obviously, Setcon, Mirage. Red Hybrid, the Luga player, the Purple Guru, and all that fun jazz. But like I said before, this entire link here will be in the description, so feel free to see what other decks you want to see here that is not covered here. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the first one. So obviously, first one we got Bryce here. This is the guy that took first place against Setcon. Seeing that live was one hell of a 3-game match. Let me tell you that. Obviously, in the first round, he probably could have won it if he didn't push out with the Ignite tier, with the Digi Emperor gaining that form memory and stealing it from him was pretty big. But he ended up taking it anyway because Anubis here just swarms the board. That's all you gotta do. Sometimes Setcon decks could be goaded with options, or it could just be all Digimon. And game 3 and game 2, it's just after so many hits, there's only so many times you can recover. You know what I mean? So this is the list. Most of the decks are going to look similar to this. That's why we're not going to recover every single Anubis player. But in my Anubis deck, we are definitely going to tech in these Maycracks. I didn't at first play with this. I didn't think it was needed because you're never going to get the 2 color unless it's going to be Shine Greymon. But and then trashing. You could trash if you have another one of these in your hand. You can get both to go off by deleting a level 3 and giving a negative 3,000. But more often than not, it's just that one rookie you need to deal with, and then that's all you need to do with this. So Maycrack is definitely needed in the deck. And this also, too, is interesting because you can just slot this under your Merva or when you're going across, because it doesn't specify it needs to be Ignite. It's just really nice with Ignite to gain that memory, but you can put the Spademon in there and de-Digivolve one of their Digimon. So if they have a Mervamon, too, and you're about to do your Merva slot, and you Digivolve their Merva, guess what? They lose all blocker. So then you just swing for game. Very, very nice tech. Ogremon right here, very, very good for trashing and gaining memory. So the initial... I'm surprised he's not playing, a little bit more of these guys, but I understand. And the Labramon's really neat tech, too, because, you got the Inheritable here. And also, you can just play this and buy back your Dark Animals and Shamans, which Anubis is a Shaman. So you can get those back from the trash. So this is first place here. Nothing more to really talk about other than the fact that we got the Uver Black Gaogamon from security. You can play this. You can just get a free level 4, and then by returning one opponent's card to the trash deck bottom, you can draw one, which is also very nice too. Because they got a Mervamon trash. You just play this, and send it to the bottom deck. And if they have to be lucky that obviously they don't have one. But this guy here playing 4. Most of the other ones are playing 4 or 3. So shout outs to this guy coming first place. And then up next, we got the Setcon. If people don't like Setcon, you don't want me talking about this, you can go ahead and skip a couple seconds to the video or a couple minutes or so, because Setcon is my deck too. So pretty much everything really normal here. We got the Psychmon, the Pillowmon for your floodgates for Anubis. Salamon is just a goated card because you can just swing this to suspend the Digimon. So I guarantee you recovery, and also it's a Flame Health side target. But Raremon right here, I haven't pulled these yet. I didn't think this would be in the pool slots for the EX5, or this could be a completely different promo somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's the EX5. On play, when Digivolving, I don't think it's going to happen unless you're going to Digivolve on a Psychmon, which I don't think you're going to do. But a Flame Hellstarf target, because on play, discard a card, draw 2. Setcon is all about drawing cards, because when you're just, chucking sources from your hand, you're not going to have a hand. And having a hand is what you need in the deck, and in the game, actually. It has an inheritable when attacking by trash one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, which is also very nice, because I don't think we can Digivolve up into this to a level 5 because it's all yellow. So I don't think we're ever going to get the inheritable off this. But it's there for that draw too. And then we got the Airdramon right here also. Just search a security attack, reveal 1 card from it, add to your hand. If it's yellow, recover. 9 out of 10, you're going to have just yellow cards, but we do have some kind of solid purples and purple blacks and even red. Magna Angie. Oh, we got an Avenge Kid here. This as a 4 for a 4 cost, you can go ahead and recover and delete something. It's really, really big. Magna Angie, staple, of course. Seraphimon, just, this is the level 6 for Setcon, because every time they're swinging, just Digivolve something and let the security take care of it afterwards. It's really, really nice. Surprisingly, never thought if I'm going to be playing Setcon, a Zulon would be in here, but it is a 7 cost to play. It's no different than playing the Magna Angie to just return one of your opponent's level 5 Digimon and then unsuspend some, which we're not playing any other four Great Dragons, Sovereigns, or Divas in the deck, unless you got another one of these sitting out in the field. But it's also you can, hard play Magna or play it off Flowing Hail Scythe where you hit a security, recover 1, and then when they swing again, you can just ace into it and then bounce something else. It's also very, very nice. And also, it'll give inheritables for having, being bigger. So if this wants to swing at security, it's going to be a little bit beefier, and you're not afraid to lose form memory if it gets hit. Avenge Kidmon, always got to be in Setcon as a one-of. Only because if you ever play against a mirror and they also have Avenge Kid, guess what? Both of you have 2 copies in each other's deck. Because basically it's just going to take all the options, put it back in the deck, and then just, delete some with 8,000 or less. Or 3 Musketeers, which also, there's Garuru Beelstar. This is very, very nice. If the Setcon player is going against a Garuru Beelstar deck, this card just single-handedly beats them in every way. You just have to get to it. Death X, of course, is needed because, Death X is just Death X. There it is. There's that. X program is pretty neat. Is basically play this for 8 and board wipe. If your opponent goes Y, play this for 8, delete everything. That's all you need to do. That's all it's there for. Flame Hellsides, we all know. Allen Key, we all know and love. 1 Reinforcing, 4 Chaos decks. So basically 8 cards that do the exact same thing. Unless you have exactly 3, you could do both effects of this, which is give negative 12,000, and then bounce something to the top or bottom of security. It's very, very nice. Only to the top, sorry, it doesn't go to bottom. We do have Lament of Friendship. Now, it doesn't require, there's no Garus in this deck, so we're never going to get the bottom part, but for 3 costs, we get to buy back a Digimon from the trash. Doesn't matter what. I'm thinking this is the replacement for, what's that one purple Digimon? It's an angel card. I'll throw it on the screen here. Oh, Junimon. I don't need to throw it on the screen, sorry. This is the replacement of Junimon. Rather than Digivolve the Junimon by trashing 3 and getting a Digimon back, pay 3 memory and get your Venge Kid back. That's it. There's the combo right there. Very, very good card. It's a one-of. Junimon was also a one-of too, so there you have it. And then also, too, it's an option card. So basically, you'll always recycle this, and you'll always put the loop in. So you're never going to deck out. So there's that. And then here are the Digi Emperors. A lot of people actually don't know what this card does, especially if you have the alt arts that this kid had. Peter had the alt arts. It literally looks like a Digimon, to be honest with you. With the Chimeramon on the back, super, super ill. All turns when opponent level 5 or lower Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer or draw a card. Really, really nice. You're basically doing 1-for-1. You're taking a card from your hand, deleting something, and then drawing a card off it. Really, really nice. Also, for opponent's turn, when they push out a level 3 and they move their Brina, gain 2 memory. So having 2 of these out, which is exactly what he did, how he stole the first game. The guy pushed out the Ignitemon, 4 memory, boom, next turn. Wow. A lot of people forget that, like, this effect does. Once they do it once, they'll never do it again. But it is good to catch them off guard with this. And yeah, that's basically Setcon. Nothing more to see here. So on to the next deck profile, which is Daniel coming in 3rd place with MirageGaogamon. So a lot of decks with Digimon are in it. We got Beelzemon right here, best blue egg out right now, giving free jamming. And in a world where it's just all Digimon, there's a couple Setcon players there. But if you're going, you're going against a whole Digimon deck, proc jamming, you're never afraid of swinging. The only thing you're afraid of is stuff like Ice Wall. You can hit, of course, Full Moon. But I'm just using these examples. Other people may have options to delete your Digimon, or bounce the hand, all that fun jazz. But very, very standard lists. You got your entire we even got Gumamons right here, just unblockable. Trash something. Zudo Ace, very, very strong card. Probably the best ace other than Magna Angie. Just played this before, or Blast Counter Evo. Just trash 2 sources and put back to their hand any Digimon. Doesn't matter what level. It's very, very nice. We got the restriction MirageGao right here, which is does put in work. But the list doesn't really change there. Surprising to see only 1 Sorais. I don't know how many times this has come up, and with 1 full Meteor. But I'm thinking he's just more focusing on the lineup and just pushing for game. Which you can find all your pieces with 7 cards right here. 4 of them being Mental Training, and 3 of them being Blue Mem Boost. Also, if he probably was fitting more... Now that I'm seeing with Blue Memboost right here, if you're having more defensive options and you're still playing Blue Memboost, you're going to find that you're taking these from the deck. So either these going to be in the security as a bunch of one-ofs, or you'll have them in hand to use them as defensive cards. And then just the Thomases, there's no of the other Tamer that goes with the Gaomon. Nikolai, there is no Nikolai's in here, so I'm pretty sure he's just focusing on this for the burst mode. But this is 3rd place for Daniel. Congratulations for coming 3rd with blue, which is really nice to see MirageGao doing stuff. And then we got 4th place right here, Red Hybrid. My buddy Marcus was also playing Red Hybrid. Actually looks similar to this list right here. Obviously, you need the 4 Tamers, being the Takuyas, 4 and 4. There is no Blitz Emperor Grey right here, so basically this guy was just focusing on this. Which when Digivolving, you can go up the burst evo line by tucking in 5 hybrids of any kind from trash onto source, and then digivolve this for 3 as if it's a level 5. Or you can just go up to the line with the Araguni and go straight into this and just delete something. It's really, really nice against like divas, and like if you are going against Anubises, where you can just like, I can definitely go for game here, which is get rid of the Anubismon so they have no blockers, and I just cut them down doing like X security checks. But Loogamon right here, proving the fact that this rookie is insanely strong. If you're able to open up with these, push out, gain memory, hatch, and go into another one of this, if this sticks around in the field, you don't really necessarily want to swing with these. In my opinion, if the multiple easy, like once you get a two out, you're able to gain 2 memory off the bat. Like gaining memory off this is a threat of itself. But the Koromon eggs right here are really, really nice. You can use the Yoko eggs. If you have a Tamer in the field, if you did want to lead draw card, but you're just hitting security, so you're guaranteed a draw right here if you don't have your Tamers out yet. Crimson Blaze, obviously for the Anubis matchup, they can't do the shenanigans, so seeing at least 2 or 3 copies of this is a must. If you are playing red, you got to fit this card in. Until Anubis is restricted at March 1st, this is going to be a key component of every single red deck. Red Mem Boost to find stuff. Also, you don't see Beelzemon right here. Not Beelzemon. Belphmon, sorry. To, obviously see stuff. But this player here, Kevin, was definitely going the straightforward, win by turn 3. No bullshit. And obviously, Gravity Crush for game. You need that 2 memory to go into hybrid for game. This is the card right here. Sucks it doesn't have an inheritable, but if this had an inheritable, it would be pretty broken. But this is 4th place, Kevin's deck for Red Hybrid. Congratulations for coming 4th. And on to the next one. We got 7th place. We got the Loogamon. the Finro. This is the only deck that made it, and honestly, this deck's still pretty strong. If you're able to, trash correctly and go into this, if you're able to, just cut the security down by, alliance and then unsuspending 3 times, you just win the game. So nothing really changing, like real changes here. The only one that does come up is this one right here. It's here for the Anubis matchup. Also gives you a free Digimon to play out. You also can get an on play off this from the Fenrir or like your Soul or your other Digimon. Yeah, your Soul and your Fenrir to spin out Digimon. Only playing 2 at the Black Auto. I mean, people play 3, but 2 is also like I use the bare minimum for 2. If you're, I wouldn't see anyone playing one of these, but it is nice to see Black Auto. And then we got Growlmon right here. You can do a win Digivolve, delete, basically a rookie in the field. If not, both players trash 2 cards from the deck, which is fine. This deck here wants to, do some trashing to get key components in. But the inheritable right here is going to delete one of your other Digimon. So when you go into Alliance with your AGs right here, you can go ahead and delete that suspended Digimon you Alliance with. I think you can do that. I'm not entirely sure. But you already gained its DP. I don't think it actually necessarily has to be in the field to continue giving that DP. So you just go... This is my opinion right here. I could be very wrong. Delete that Digimon after you alliance with it. So now you have 3 checks with the combined strength of somebody else. And you keep that security check. So this card right here just ends the game a whole lot quicker. Also, it is part red too. And then obviously once we get our BT15, I think we get the red-purple version of Lugar and Lugarmon. So when we start getting red, we can start taking in, a delicate plan, so we don't have to worry about options. But other than that, this deck is just very similar. We got Death X here, of course, just, a top-end piece. And if we have it in hand, going against Numerous, they're going wide. They don't have their floodgate out. We just pop it out for free almost. So there's that. We got Carl's 7th place here as the single Loogamon. Hats off to you, buddy. And we're moving on to the next deck. So up there we got the Pure Purple Metal Garuru, or MGX short. Basically, they're focusing on the new egg right here we get from the structure deck. When attacking, draw a card. It is not a once per turn, so the hand's always going to be kind of small, so you're always going to net one after using all your inheritables that draw and trash, of course, and also the ace card here by trashing a bunch of cards to get a memory, and then trashing cards and not be able to get back, but to unsuspend or to delete other Digimon. Nothing really here. We got 1 Psychmon here, obviously for the Anubis matchups. If you're able to find this, that's there for you. A little light end in the Tamers, but you're just looking to stack up in the back, push out, do all your inheritables, swing, unsuspend, draw, and trashing, searching, and then you got your these Metal Guru X's. I'm surprised you're not seeing the new ones out, but this one here is one Digivolve and you can just unsuspend. So you can do your swing unsuspend, go into X here, swing with the X, use X anti-buy, which is a one of. Straight into this to automatically unsuspend, swing with this, and then use this guy's inheritable to unsuspend it once more. It's basically just, the premise of Red Hybrid. They're going to, this Gorby right here. I hope I said your name right. Just, promote and then just do a bunch of checks. They have battle protection, so they don't need the jamming. Their only fear is options that delete this deck because we have no protection over that. And then just going for Omni for game. That's why we're having, sorry about that. We got the 2 Blitz Omnis right here to find out. And if that doesn't cut it, we can swing with Omni, with X anybody, and go into Omni X and win the game that way. So hypothetically, 3 Blitz Omnis, 2 of them being obviously the pure. And so far, the only deck here that's got the Protoform. Now, there might be other people that are playing Protoform in the other deck lists I have not showing. I just don't want to show every single blue or purple Garurumon deck. That's for you to find out and see if they're playing with it. But we get to finally see it right here. And this card does put in some work. And obviously, you can recover off this, which is really, really nice. So, Gorby, congratulations coming in the top 8 with Garurumon deck. And on to the next one. So, we do have another Guru deck here, but once you get down here, there's a bunch of Demon Lords. So we got the Belphmon version of the, so basically you call it Belph Guru. First top end, all basements the same. So we got an Impmon right here. You may trash card in your hand to return to 7 Great Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers, which we don't have any, but we do have a bunch of Demon Lords down here. So we're running a 3-3 Sleep Mode and Rage Mode right here. There's no ATs here because basically the deck wants to, swing one attack and drawing and discarding. With the Gizzy ATs and all that, you basically are on plays to do such things. But very, very nice, lower end and the top end here. And we got the new Leviamon card, which is basically on play or when Digivolving for 5, or you on play for 13, or you're able to cheek it out for Biting Crush. If your opponent has as many or more Digimon and Tamers as you do, delete one of your opponent's highest level and then lowest level. This is basically, so let's say you have one Digimon, they have one Digimon, and they have an effect to prevent deletion. Since this card is targeting it twice at the same instance, you actually get to kill their Digimon, even if they have multiple chances of surviving it. So do keep that in mind. That is a ruling, and I did check that multiple times, and it is very, very true to do. So you're going against a single, Black War X, and they have, I don't know, 3 protections on their it. Guess what? You just target it twice. They can protect it once, but not the second time. So this card is just very, very good, beating over decks like that. And then also gains you memory for everything you delete, or they end up swinging the security and get to delete it themselves. We got the Nidhogg's for trashing. It's basically you trash this card, gaining memory, so you net more, and then just Blast Mode for game. This deck is very able to, at least put 20 cards in trash for you to Digivolve for 1. So you will Digivolve for 4 and gain the 3 memory back, so it's an Evo for 1. And that'd be the M-Game card. And then we've got Biting Crush right here. This card is very, very bad. And if you're playing to your locals, if you don't have a lot of people playing like Anubis or decks that put stuff out for free, this card is kind of bad. Because this option wants to be checked by your opponent playing, free stuff. And then you immediately triggering delay to get a free Leviamon out. Or Leviamon, however you want to say it, to do some crazy shenanigans, of course. So do keep that in mind in your locals. If your locals is very heavy Anubis, go ahead and play this deck. This deck looks pretty fire for coming in 10th place. Don't say, oh, it's 10th place, it's not good. 10th place out of, 987 people. It's very, very good. So give Connor some credit here. 4 purple Memboosts and 2 trainings. Ratios can be mixed up right here. Tamer, not necessarily. That's why I can see it as a one-of, because, you're just basically going up and then doing a bunch of checks with Belph and Leviamon right here to do all your checks, of course. But so, congratulations, Connor, coming in 10th place. We're almost done here, folks. We got 15th place. We got David, I almost said Burrito. I might have got you in that. If I say anyone's names here wrong, I am apologizing. I don't want to be like that, that substitute teacher, whatever, getting names messed up. I feel like that's...
You done messed up, Aaron!
But we do have a Beelzemon deck here that made in the top 15. Only one Beelzemon player, just like the Loogamon player. Deck still does what it does. It mills itself out and gains a bunch of memory for doing so. And then, you go into this card right here, trash all their security, and Beel's Blast Mode for game. That's all it does. But what's really, really weird to see here is the ratios right here. I mean, I can understand you need to play 3 or 4 of this because it's basically really, really good for milling. But just one of this is a little... I would say probably 2. I mean, I play this as a 1-of, but I can see people playing this as 2, which is completely fine. But 1 copy of this, I mean, if you're milling, you're going to find it. But this is sitting in your security. Kind of sucks. But yeah, basically it is the stack version, the correct version. Unless you want to play the Luca Serrano version, which is not the stack. These wouldn't exist right here. It would just be the Witchmon. I mean, there's some people think that's the correct route, but honestly, this trashes more when doing this. Also, you can be a little defensive here by gaining blocker in your stack if you want to. We're actually playing 4 of this one, more of this one, because it could just, it's just on deletion. So you can just naturally swing with this and, get a Beelzemon in. Also, this one, obviously has it too. But sometimes you can mill and you miss out on Beelzemon. Late game, though, you can just hard play this for 7. Or just, naturally let this die to something on your opponent's side that they're going to have no choice to delete this. And you get a free level 6. So, there's that. Nothing new changes here. We have the 7th clusters. The 3 Death Slingers here, which, My opinion, I like it at 4, but some people do play it at 3. Restriction Intmon, nothing really new here other than outside ruin mode. Just an alternate way to clear the board if you know you're gonna lose, but you can go ahead and cut it all down, and then you can also recover and delete another Digimon. So there is that too. So shout out to David coming to 15th place with the only Beelzemon deck. And then finally we have Yellow Vaccine. This is the last deck. We got top 16 right here, and I'm loving it. It's basically kind of like Mass Day Control. There's no Mass Day in here, obviously, but you're playing with the Gatomons, and the same patterns right here. But this card right here puts in a lot of work. It's got Barrier. You can play stuff for free, and it gains Rush. And as long as like all your opponent's Digimon with levels greater than or equal to total cards in security, they gain negative security tech -2. So you may have 4 and they have 0. Guess what? None of their high end's gonna attack. And if they try to get rid of this and spending their memory, you can go ahead and barrier, and then you lose out on security. This card kind of fails once you have none because you can't use barrier anymore. But very strong, level 6, only 11 DP. So this is not really meant to be swinging. It's just really meant to sit there and be a nuisance. But got this promo pattern right here, which search security, and you can pull a yellow or black with 2 or more colors from it to your hand and recover one. We have, we got some Gatos, we got Geo, we got a Rapimon, Death X, Shine, and Shadow Serafi. That's a few good choices out of your security that could be in there to grab it out and recover. Inheritable, on your turn, all your opponent's security gains -2,000. That's huge. That is actually huge. It's also going to evolve on a black egg if it needs to, so that's also pretty cool too. We got the Tokos here, the draw cards when cards are added security, and then we have that one of when a card is removed from our security stack, we can go ahead and get jamming, which is also really nice. But basically nothing really new here. We got Rappy right here. Obviously, we can when Digivolving, suspend one of our opponent's Digimon for each turn we have up to 3, and then give them all -5,000. It's really strong. We have 7 here. Sometimes we'll have all 7 out, or just maybe 3 or 4. Emissary to Hope, really good card. And Wyron's Breath is that 8 cost. Just get some out of here. So yeah, this is basically all the decks. We're gonna revert back to this. Like I said, you can go and see every one of these cards or deck list that's shown right here. You can go ahead and check out some of the one of Diva deck, which is basically not really much is different there. Some numbers change, whatever. We got the Gatch Heavy, which is this is basically this is Heavy Leo. I don't know why it's called Gatch, but Green Leo. I think it's still the same thing. But yeah, all this is here for you guys to look at. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you liked seeing some videos like this, like coverage of events, whatever. I can definitely do these. It took no time to set this all up, of course. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.